A lot of people don't realize it, and a lot of people don't realize that they would be a lot further if they realize this one thing about themselves. Everybody is consistent. They have it in them to be consistent, but it's about what you choose to be consistent with. And I'm going to use some examples, and if some of the examples I use offends you, and I'm pretty sure somebody's going to let me know, something that comes with maturity is knowing how to deal with them kind of things and keep it pushing. And it's not my mission to offend anybody, okay? But if you deal with anxiety, you are consistent in worrying all the time. If you, like myself, have had bad experiences with men all the time, then you're consistent in choosing the wrong kind of man. If you're broke all the time, then you consistently don't make good choices with money. For some people, if you're overweight, you're consistent with not eating the right things. Everybody has it in them to be consistent, but you don't pick the right things. Over the last month, I have consistently gone to the gym every morning, done my content for this last week, and I made sure I prayed first. It didn't matter what time I woke up, y'all. I tried to aim for 4 o'clock in the morning, because I've been off of my regular job for like a week behind, some technicalities with them, because I changed my status because I want to be able to pay more attention to my children and other things that I want to do that make me happy other than groveling for a job and still not, living how I want to live. I just don't see 9 to 5 is not going to make any of my dreams possible. So I've cut my hours with that, and I took a week off because they had to change my status. So this week has been considerably easier, but it did not matter. It has not mattered. I've gotten up, I've prayed, because the Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all his righteousness, and all these things shall be added. So I said, I'm going to put God first. I'm not going to get caught up in going to the gym and making a God out of myself. So God first, gym, content. God first, gym, content. Been doing that like crazy. Okay? I have proven to myself that I can be consistent. And once you prove to yourself that you can be consistent, first of all, you need to pick something that really means something to you. This is especially for entrepreneurs. There's so many different ways out here to make money. You can dibble in this, you can dabble in that, you can dibble in this, you can dabble in that. Pick one thing. Prove to yourself that you can stick to one thing first. And people kept telling me that, and because I hadn't really prayed and thought about it, I thought people was just being haters. No, pick one thing that you can stick to and prove to yourself that you can get it done. Set small goals for yourself. I learned this with life insurance. You make bite-sized goals. You can't put a steak in front of your face and eat it in one bite. You have to cut it up in certain pieces. Make little mini goals for yourself along the way to show, hey, if I can consistently make the wrong choices, I can consistently make good ones. And it's not about the results that other people see. It's about the results that you can feel. And that's how you know that you are building your consistency. Okay? And do little rewards for yourself. Keep self-care at the forefront as well. Reward yourself for it. But yeah, stick with one thing. If you're somebody like me that wants to pick a whole bunch of things to do, you'll find yourself failing. I've done it for years. I'm a writer. I like to do YouTube. I have another station where I talked about my CNA, things like that. That took off. It took a while, but it wasn't really like something that I like to talk about. I like to talk and I might think about something while I'm working out or while I'm in the kitchen washing dishes or cooking for my kids, and I decide I want to talk about it. So I decided I wanted to try to make that consistent. So now I'm working on that. Once this starts being more, secondhand nature to me, then I can get back into my writing. But you have got to pick one thing and stick with it. So that's your homework for today. Pick one thing and be consistent, because I'm telling you, if you really look at your life, you being consistent with something. You being consistent with something. It may be doing more harm than good, but you sticking with something. You consistent with a relationship that ain't working. You might be with a man that consistently cheats on you, and you consistently take him back. You might be working a job where they consistently mess with your money and you consistently keep going back. Now, I ain't telling nobody to quit their job. Please don't do that. But it's time for you to maybe start looking for a different job consistently. Okay? Start thinking about what your natural God-given talents are, and start consistently researching online what you can do to use what God gave you. Because I don't know, if it's just me, this is my interpretation. I feel like using a natural gift that God gave you, for me, and this is my opinion, it may be in the Bible somewhere and I haven't seen it yet, it may not, but in my opinion, working or doing something with a God-given talent that he is giving you, I feel like that's a form of worship. Because that's something that he's instilled in you, that he's planted in you, that you can use. And I feel like to not use it and to not try to cultivate it is kind of like, ugh, Think about that one. Because I had to start thinking, like, I like to talk to people. I really do like talking to people. And when COVID hit, I didn't realize it, but after COVID, I was a little bit of an introvert. But even after COVID, and we started going back outside, I realized that I'm a little bit of a people person. And it's a lot of people that don't realize you're a people person. You got a story in your life that you need to share with people. Share it consistently. It don't matter how you look. Your hair ain't got to be done. Your eyelashes ain't got to be done. Your nails ain't got to be done. People respect real. People respect real. They respect transparency. And in this day and age we live in, people, especially with mental health issues being on the rise, people just want to know it's somebody out there that is going through what they're going through. Don't nobody want to feel like they out on the limb by themselves. So yeah, homework, find out what you're good at, be consistent, be better. See y'all later.